Something about Brexit seems to have last-gasp drama baked into its very DNA. The UK's Brexit negotiator David Frost arrived in Brussels on Monday for what was being called a final push for a deal.
We're going to see what happens in negotiations today, and we will be looking forward to meeting our European colleagues later on this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Hopes that a deal can be achieved before the December the 31st deadline have been fading recently. Briefing European diplomats early in the day, Frost's EU counterpart Michel Barnier was described as rather downbeat. In the UK's Parliament, Conservative politicians have been repeating their willingness to walk away.
We are all working to get a deal, but the only deal that is possible is one that is compatible with our sovereignty and takes back control of our laws, trade and waters. Yes. While an agreement is preferable, we are prepared to leave on so-called Australian-style terms if we can't find compromises.
Australian terms is the UK government's euphemism for no deal, and it's the lack of agreement on issues like EU member states' fishing rights in UK waters that have made it increasingly likely. Other sticking points are what's being called the level playing field. The EU wants UK companies to play by the same rules as its own to avoid unfair competition. The UK wants to make its own rules. Also, any future trade deal will need to be governed in times of dispute, and there's no agreement yet on how. With little tangible progress by Monday afternoon, it was time for UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen to take stock. After a 90-minute phone call, they released a joint statement saying, "We agreed that the conditions for finalising an agreement are not there due to the remaining significant differences on three critical issues: level playing field, governance and fisheries. We asked our chief negotiators and their teams to prepare an overview of the remaining differences to be discussed in a physical meeting in Brussels in the coming days." If Boris Johnson is crossing the Channel later this week, he must think there's still a deal possible and wants to be front and centre when it's done. Brexit's final last-gasp drama, perhaps. Rory, Challands, Al Jazeera, London.